Since last time, Fabio has been in contact with Doyle China, and they provided a diagram for how to run the mainsail jack line, and the sail should function properly with the new headboard setup.
El bate, levanta el bate. Ya.
Y después va a amarrarse allá. Y vamos a esperar que trabaje. Yo creo que va a trabajar porque
Sí, parece que sí.
si no tengo opciones diferentes. Una opción es amarrar aquí un low friction ring.
Ya. Ah, el que tenía ahí. Viene por acá y cae por acá. Sí, está bien, porque si no, no va a salir después por acá. Está bien.
Está bien, ¿no?
Sí. Sí,
Porque esto está solado, entonces
sí,
se sube de este lado.
Este por su lado, sí.
Sí.
Más. Dale. Tome.
We're tying a low friction ring to the top of the sail to put the jack line through. We tried to put it through here, but it chaves on the sail, so a little modification. So we shortened the length of the jack line a little bit to make the top of the sail go a little closer to the mast, short a couple of inches. It was a little too long. Okay, tomorrow we will hoist the sail and see what the story is.
With the sail all set, we left the dock, fueled up, and anchored out so we could leave first thing in the morning. We were so excited to finally head to the San Blas Islands.
We're off!
Yeah, finally.
It's so exciting, I can't believe it.
Took a long time.
To keep my burdens left behind. I did not know what it would bring. Now I'm capable of everything.
We watched Linton Bay fade into the distance, and even though we're so happy to be moving on, I'll remember our time here with a strange kind of fondness. We met many nice people and learned how adaptable we are, and for that, I'm forever grateful.
After 3 months at the marina in Linton Bay, we are finally on our way to the San Blas Islands. It felt kind of like, I don't know, a little bit of a weight lifted this morning as we pulled up our anchor. But at the same time, a little bit of trepidation. This is the first time we're cruising in kind of unknown grounds in really years. Because the Bahamas we have been to many times, sailing up the US East Coast we had done. So now we're in totally new territory, and it's exciting, but the San Blas are also a challenging area to cruise because of the shallow grounds, numerous coral heads, and the Navionics charts apparently aren't very accurate. So we're using the Bauhaus guide in collaboration with the Navionics charts because all the cruisers here say the Bauhaus guide is the way to go. There's a whole bunch of fish over there. If only one would make it over to our line.
Waiting for a brighter sky.
More birds. Oh, more fish.
Don't know why I could.
We've made it to the San Blas, and it's a bit tricky, so we're entering waypoints into our Navionics from OpenCPN.
That's Cayo Limon we're going to, correct?
Yes.
Can you read me the coordinates?
Yep. The coordinates are 09, 31, 7706, and 078, 55, 5312.
We should have ordered a GPS puck for the laptop before leaving, but it's a bit complicated to receive shipments, so we're making do with what we have.
So that's what we're going to anchor in there.
Check the track. Yeah, it's like in between those.
Then we have to go there, right? From here to there.
Yeah, in between these or past this one.
Yeah, it's 4 foot of water here. I mean, it's fine with us, 4 foot, but you know, that's where the Bauhaus point is.
It is.
Oh, I'm backing out of here. Maybe those are there.
Yeah.
No,
Do you want to leave?
yeah.
Okay, great.
Where do we go?
I would probably go back out the way we came, and then I would probably continue to where we had initially planned to go.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Right around the corner, we found a more suitable anchorage.
All right, we are anchored at, I think it's called Benedup or Bandup. I'm not really sure, but it is a beautiful anchorage. There's quite a few boats anchored here, so also not ideal, but obviously if it's a nice place, that's where the people are gonna be. But it's gorgeous and hot, so I cannot wait to get in the water. We already had some visitors come by asking if we wanted some crab or lobster. I think we got some more folks coming up now.
If you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up, leave us a comment down below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out.
The water feels so good right now. It was so hot outside, but the water is delicious. Today we are moving anchorages. We spent last night in the Lemon Cays, but the anchorage was just really a bit too tight and probably didn't get any sleep. So we are moving on to the central Holandes Cays. It's under 10 nautical miles, and we got the spot from a guy who's been cruising here in the San Blas for 3 years. So we're hoping that there aren't too many boats there and that it's a place that we can set anchor and explore for a bit.
been told it's a good practice to have someone at the bow looking for coral heads when entering anchorages.
So right now, did we pass the second anchorage already? Yes. So now, to our port is like 2 meters.
Because they can see there.
Yeah, it's super shallow. So basically,
We're gonna go there. That's what we're doing.
oh, is that where we're going?
Probably, yeah. Anchor 1.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm on standby. Yes, you drive.
Well, third time was a charm. The first time we anchored, we almost ended up in the sand. Second time, almost on the reef. And third time, we are good to go, but we anchored in 19 feet of water. But now we are anchored. It is gorgeous here. Definitely hot. Went for a quick dip. The water's a bit murky, which this guy, Charles, that we met said it might be kind of green this time of year because there's not a lot of fresh water coming in over the reefs to kind of clear it up. But we're looking forward to exploring the reefs. They're supposed to be beautiful.
Waking up anchored in Los Bauhaus Lagoon in the central Holandes Cays of Guna Yala, or San Blas, is quite surreal. The archipelago of 365 islands and the thin strip of land stretching for about 120 miles on Panama's northeast coast make up a Guna Yala's indigenous comarca, or autonomous community. To the outside world, it is more commonly known as the San Blas, a name given by the Spanish. A barrier reef protects the lagoon from ocean swells, and most days the water is extremely flat and sometimes crystal clear.
I cannot get over the fact that we're looking straight down onto a reef.
Being furthest from the mainland provides this luxury. On the flip side, this means no cell service, no internet. I have painful symptoms of withdrawal. I'm sending texts with my satellite phone just to get a high from my digital device. It will be a couple of days for the shakes to start waning. In the evenings, we sit at the bow and look out into the horizon. If I had my working phone, I would have called this nothingness, but without it, I can see and appreciate nature's subtleties. The low reef to the east, invisible just below the water surface, gives the illusion of an open ocean, if not for the crashing waves finding coral after traveling with the trade winds out of Africa. They make high sprays and roaring sounds in the background, creating a constant, hypnotizing hum. The first night we spent here at Anchor, I dreamt of engines, a highway of heavy traffic in the distance. I wasn't completely wrong, it was Earth's engine, a relentless easterly wind blowing at the latitudes where butter melts.
I can't believe it's not butter.
This is the engine which many explorers and sailors before us have used to travel around the globe. On the peaceful water of the lagoon, I begin to find pleasure in the subtle sounds of nature.
We just realized that the boat has drifted over an unmarked coral head while we're anchored. But it was like, you want to go snorkeling? We got a reef right here. It's crazy. It's not marked on the charts and it's just, a coral head. And I turned on the instruments and it says we've got 15 feet of depth. Not the case, but I'm going to go check it out.
pretty incredible. I know. Join us next time as we continue exploring this beautiful lagoon and hook up with a local to help us catch some seafood. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.